Just leaving Silver Platters here in Seattle. All right, so I got an update on the MelVan, the Kurt Cobain chauffeured and adorned with artwork touring van for the Melvins that's going to be out here in Seattle on Record Store Day. Easy Street Records will have it in the morning from like 7 a.m. to noon, somewhere around that range. And then Silver Platters, yes, in Linwood, will have the MelVan. And it's not going to be in Seattle. It's not driving by Seattle. Silver Platters, from what Dean said, not going to happen. And part of it is because they don't have, I mean, they have parking, kind of, but not a lot of parking. There will be a viewing in the Linwood, Washington Silver Platters on Record Store Day at like, 2 to 4 or so, something like that. I'm going to check it out. I'll head up there. It's on my way home, so I'm going to definitely see that one for sure. Also, Dean had a bit of a weather report about Record Store Day. In the 18 years he's been doing it, there has been only one rainy Record Store Day. Just one in 18 years. That's right. Record Store Day is 18 years old, and if it was here in the U.S., it could smoke and go to the movies. Can't have alcohol yet, but it's still, still kind of awkward teen-faced, adult-ish, right? I'm 18, and I don't know what I want. Got a baby's brain and an old man's heart. That's Record Store Day right now. That's what it is. Check it out. The Showbox right down the street here from Silver Platters is a venue. There's somebody playing tonight here. Tell you what. Some people in cowboy hats and stuff. There's a line all the way to the end of the block from Holgate here to the Showbox. There's the sign. Looked it up while sitting here at another red light in front of the Mariner Stadium. Look at that. Edgar Martinez Drive. Debbie Dawson. Debbie Dawson is in town.
Walking around in a rose-colored dream. Neverland.
There you go. There's a sample of an artist that I've never heard before. I don't know who this person is. But there you go. It's kind of cool, I suppose. I like her voice. Anyway, downtown, it's Record Store Day Saturday. Some of my things that I really was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Puzzle, the debut album by Dada, if I'm not mistaken. That looks interesting. Only 1,700 copies here in the States. So, dang, limited release, but very cool. Also, The Doors, Strange Days. That looks freaking awesome. There's a few jazz things I'm interested in, too. Jazz impressions of a boy named Charlie Brown. That's interesting. There's this Easter egg thing that's happening. I guess the poster for Record Store Day is Charlie Brown Peanuts influenced, as it is the 75th anniversary of Peanuts. Kenny Dorham live. Thelonious Monk live at the club. Of course, David Bowie, Ready, Set, Go. In 2003, this was one of those music theater events where it was beamed via satellite to 50,000 fans in cinemas all over the world from a studio in London. Comes with a poster. It is an exclusive 6,400 copies on 180 gram vinyl. There's a live Dokken record. I didn't see Dokken live, so that would be kind of cool. I like that. And of course, can't mention Dokken without Elton John live at the Rainbow. That should be a good one. The Ramones, Loco live. Gotta get that, man. Come on. Post Malone is doing a salute to Nirvana live show that he did during the pandemic. And all the proceeds for these records goes to mental health and recovery via the Music Academy Music Cares program. So very generous, awesome work that's coming out of that. So one of the ones I went and made me go, ooh, was Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak alternative versions. That looks really cool. I don't know what the alternative versions are, but there's some of these records that I do like. I was thinking about the Pearl Jam's 10, for example, the Redux version. Because when it comes to Record Store Day, I'm starting to think about this, like, what am I going to actually listen to, I was talking with my buddy Sean Spins about John Lee Hooker. I love John Lee Hooker. And there's this, exclusive coming out, 3 records. It was this thing that he did in Paris, France. Very cool. But how often would I actually listen to that, for the expense? So, I'm trying to think about that kind of stuff. But Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak, I love that record. And to have an alternate versions of it, maybe it is sort of like the Redux. I like the Redux Pearl Jam, version just because it's stripped down, where I think the first version was a little too polished. I don't know. Do I think that about the first Jailbreak? I don't know. I've never heard an alternative version. So I'm excited about it. So I'll get that. I'm going to pick that up. I'd get up early for that one, for sure. Going between sunglasses and not sunglasses. Seattle springtime, it's like, wait 15 minutes, right? The weather will change. If you don't like it, just chill. It'll be fine in 15 minutes. But the sun's not out. But I get this glare. It's like bright glare with rain on the windshield. Anyway, I made it home. The minivan has been docked in its place. Wind is blowing. It's spring. The sun's out again. Time to feed the fish. My phone don't blow over. There we go. There you go. There you go, buddies. All the bamboo in there. There you go. Dinner time, fishies.